Hey guys, it's Friday, July 24th. Been raining a lot here in northeast Georgia. Haven't been able to get to a lot of the places I'd like to get to. But went up to the fish dam the other day and just went over onto a gravel bar. And we've had some pretty good rains and we've had some good flushes on these bars. And I did pick up some pretty interesting things, so I thought I'd go over them with you. I had some help from a viewer of mine some months back, and I was kind of having a little bit of difficulty in figuring out some of these artifacts, and this type in particular. This is not the same one that I had in the video, but anyway, I've got several pieces like this, and I'm kind of struggle as to figure out what they are. But one of my viewers said that he thought they were a trowel, like a pottery trowel. And the more I got to thinking about it, the more sense it made. And I think he's correct. But it's got this kind of worn edge right here. And I think these things would be held like that. And just used to work pottery with when it's in a relatively soft state. That's a piece of quartzite, and I think that's what it is a type of trowel for pottery. And I think it's the same for this piece here. I've found numerous pieces like this and have not quite been able to figure out what they are or what they were used for. And I think these are actually used to go on the inside of pottery to actually smooth out the inside. I think they'd be held like this, and they'd go on the inside of the pottery and use these to smooth the inside of the pot out. But it all makes pretty good sense now, and I think that's what I'm going to go with these type artifacts, unless I find something else out. But I believe that person was correct. I can't remember his name. I think that's what these are used for. Anyway, I found this blade and point sharpener also. Pretty nice piece, made out of quartz. I don't find too many of these like this. This is deeply grooved, but that's a nice little piece there. And here's a really interesting piece of ergonomically designed quartz that is a pecking stone or a pestle. You see where it's been pecked out on the top, which is very common for your finger. You just see that almost on every one of these stones. But they've shaped this thing. I don't know if this is a left or right hander, but they've shaped it to be ergonomically correct in your hand. So they were thinking about these kind of things way back before the industrial time, industrial revolution or whatever you want to call it, about how to make these things fit in your hand better. But that's a really nice piece. See all the pecking marks and all the chipping and flaking marks on it. I call this yellow quartz. Actually, it's a white quartz, but this yellow is more of a patina. It's just weathering on the white quartz. You see where it's white here, where it's been worn a little bit. Anyway, pretty neat piece. Again, I think these are ceremonial axe heads. I don't think they were used for as an everyday tool. A lot of mica content in it. This is the first piece I found the other day. And found a lot of little small pieces. I think these are either game pieces for the most part. Could be a little tool of some kind, but real pretty stone. Highly polished. There's a little tiny triangle. Just perfect. And I think this is just black stone with some quartz vein running through it. I think this is just a game piece. I say just a game piece. It's an artifact. Highly polished. Pretty piece. And I'm gonna need some help on this thing. I have no idea. It's got like an eye pecked out here. This thing's half encapsulated in quartz. I have no idea. So anybody got a guess on this one? Let me know. Just looks like a head. Like I say, there's like an eye that's pecked out. Dual material. I'm not sure what this is. This is quartz up here on the top. I call that the hair. I don't know. Let me know if you got a guess. Pretty unique piece. And here's another one, really tiny game piece. And I looked at this thing several different times when I first picked it up, and I wasn't real sure, but this thing has been pecked out. It almost looks like just been like a little ceremonial mound or something on the top of this stone. It was pecked into form. Never seen anything quite like it. And sometimes I'll get on these bars and I'll look for this tiny stuff, and it's out there, and there's a lot of little tiny artifacts, and I would assume this is something like a game piece, but it's definitely been pecked in the form here. And this is a very similar type of a ceremonial piece that in size and shape that I find. They're all almost identical size, identical shape. And I wonder if these things weren't maybe worn as kind of like necklaces or pendants or something like that in ceremonies. But I've got about 4 or 5, maybe 6 that are exactly the same. Same dimensions, same shape. Real pretty. And I think this is another game piece. It's just a stone that's got a line pecked all the way around it. Looked at it really close to make sure it wasn't natural. flaw in the stone, but it's not. It's pecking marks. I think it's just a game piece. There's another little disc. I think this is a game piece also. Dark on one side, a light on the other. I don't know. Looks like it's quartzite. And I think this is a game piece also. This material is kind of unusual, this stone. Camera having a fit with it. It's as flat as can be. But when you polish a stone, this particular type of stone, it's relatively soft. When you polish it, it turns green. And that's what's happened on this side. I'd say it could be a polishing stone, but I don't believe it is. Boy, this phone's having fits trying to focus on this thing. Here we go. And this gets into my polishing stones. This is a piece of quartz, and this thing is just like glass right here. And that polishing surface. Nice piece of black stone I found in a wedge shape. I actually think that was a polishing piece. There's another one. That's the polishing side on this one. And again, that dual material, this is a really nice piece here. On this back side, you can see the quartz here. The polishing stone. Probably be held like this. Again, that dual material was something that they prized. That hard quartz with a quartzite top on this one here. Alright guys, this is all I got for today. Again, give me some help on this thing. Anybody got a guess? Hedgehog head? I don't know. Alright, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you're well, and we'll talk with you later.